Hey guys, I'm Steph.
And I'm Richard. Question here from Kinanham. Tattoos. I know it's somewhat of a big thing, but I'm not really sure about the details and how much of a big deal it is. What's the problem with tattoos? There's no problem with tattoos, is there?
I don't have a problem with tattoos.
That's a nice one.
I rock my tattoo.
Do you think Koreans mind that you have a tattoo, like if you were to wear this dress and just walk on the street?
I would get some stares. Would I get a lot of negative attention? No.
Are they looking at you because of the tattoo, or are they looking at you because of the purple hair? Are they looking at you because you're a white girl?
All of the above. As a teacher, whenever I was teaching both young kids and older kids, their responses is always, is that real? Can I touch it? Is it painful? And the older ones are, how much did it cost? Nowadays in Korea, especially amongst young people, it's nothing crazy to have a tattoo. Tattoos historically in Korea were kind of taboo.
They didn't really accept them.
Why do you think that is?
Because they drew attention to yourself.
Kind of, yes, but not really. If any of you out there know Japanese culture, there's kind of this whole connotation, actually in American culture too, a lot of cultures, that tattoos equal dangerous people or gang symbols. The other thing historically in Korea, what tattoos meant were you could A, be a criminal, or tattoos were put on slaves. If you were a slave, well, chances are likely you were tattooed.
So they had slaves in Korea, is what you're saying?
Yes.
So how much more do you know about the slave thing? Did they put the tattoos that marked them as a slave? Did it say slave, or was it a certain marking?
I don't know exactly what it was. I've seen it represented in Korean dramas here and there. Like maybe somebody would get a tattoo on their shoulder blade. What was it? School Family Book. The girl became a concubine, or not concubine, yeah, she became a concubine, and they tattooed her on her shoulder blade. So that's one big reason why historically it was unacceptable, because you were looked down upon if you had tattoos.
I think in mainstream culture, it's still not really accepted here.
Well, I think part of the reason why that is because until recently, tattoos were actually illegal in Korea.
Until how recent?
Like, I've actually read articles as of 2013, tattoos could only be done by people holding medical license.
So as early as last year?
As early as last year, people had to have medical licenses.
So how did people get tattoos in Korea before then? They would go outside the country?
That and underground shops, a lot of illegal businesses.
What you're saying now is that they are legal. You can get them done here. There are shops that are by law able to operate.
Yes, and in fact there's actually at least one shop that I know of that was recognized by the Korean government.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. Tattoo culture in Korea is certainly changing.
How would a possible future employer look at a visible tattoo somewhere where they could see, like maybe on the neck or on the forearm, if they were interviewing for a job?
I would recommend cover that stuff up, especially if you're applying for a new job. If you do have something and it peeks out a little bit, I don't think that it's typically a problem.
I also think that if you're a foreigner, it is less of a problem than if you're Korean applying for a job here, don't you think?
True. I've known foreigners here that have facial piercings and tattoos. I myself have this tattoo, and sometimes when you wear a t-shirt, a little bit will peek out the bottom. Generally, I haven't had too many problems.
Right, and I think Koreans getting them done tend to know what we're talking about, and so they get them in places that you can cover up easily with clothing. The other thing I'm noticing is they get really small ones.
Yeah, they do.
You know, they'll get, you know how like the Chinese characters is kind of a popular thing in the United States or in other places around the world. Here they'll get one character and they'll get it like, you know, behind their ear, and it'll be real tiny. I saw a girl had one on her earlobe, like this part of her earlobe, and it was a little musical note. I mean, it was the smallest thing. It must have taken like 5 minutes to get the tattoo. But it was, you know, I mean, like you couldn't not see it if you were looking at her from this side. But it didn't look, I mean, it looked very casually accepted.
Well, see, I've actually seen a lot more tattoos, but then again, I went to kind of the alternative college. That's where I was working. So I had girls that I actually had one girl who had the infinity symbol on her wrist, and she used to get so angry because everybody thought that she got it on her wrist because she liked Infinite, and she's like, no, I don't like the band Infinite. I really just like the symbol of infinity. I thought it was funny.
That is funny.
Or they would get them on the back of their neck, where they could put their hair down and cover it. Behind the ear is popular.
Also ankle area, that sort of area where, especially if you're a girl and you can wear straps or sandals, you can see it only in the summertime necessarily.
But I've actually also seen seen just walking along the street, especially if somebody is really into the arts or has like an alternative style job, I've actually seen sleeves.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you know that they're Korean or they're not Korean American or Korean from another country like Kpop or something like that?
I don't know! This was just like seeing somebody on the street and I was like, wow, that person has a sleeve.
I mean, that's
awesome.
really brave here, don't you think?
It is! You know what though? If I was a Korean guy, I would like have full-on sleeves.
Explain yourself.
Okay, because historically, if you had major tattoos, you didn't have to do military service.
Really?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I've read that multiple times, but that's recently changed. Now they give them alternative positions, alternative work. That's one of those things. If you get a sleeve, you can wear a long sleeve shirt, hide it. So for me, if I got to get out of the military, I'd totally do it.
You are pretty informed on this topic.
I spent 5 minutes doing research and I've actually like had serious conversations with former students in the past about this.
I would say you taught at a college for 3 years. I've been doing it for 6 years now, different school. And you've probably had kids in a larger percentage that come through your class with tattoos than I have. I had one kid who took my class twice. And he was a kid who wasn't always in attendance, and so like I kind of got to know him a little bit better. It's funny how as a teacher you get to know the kids that don't behave as well better than the ones that are like always perfectly in their seat and come on time.
Oh yeah.
But he must have liked me because he took my class twice, and the first day of the second class he came in, he had a tattoo that was probably about that big on his wrist. Of course I noticed it right away because it's in an area where if you're gonna shake hands, people are gonna see it. I said, ooh, and he was like, yeah, I got a tattoo. And my next question was, does your mom know about it? And he said something like, maybe, but she's never gonna talk about it with me. Which I thought was kind of cute and like appropriate because Ma don't want to know about the tattoos here.
I will say that if you want to go to a jjimjilbang or a bathhouse, if you're a foreigner, there typically won't be any problems, but I have known people who've actually been requested to leave the jjimjilbang and the shower area because they have a tattoo and it's distracting and bothering the other guests.
So you know someone actually, like you know someone in real life?
Yeah. In Korea, we both do.
We both do?
Yes. She was taking a shower in one of the nicer hotels in Seoul and some people complained and she got booted out of the shower area.
In a nicer hotel she got asked to get out of the shower?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised they would do that just because of tattoo. I mean, maybe they kick you out because you don't pay your bill, but...
No, just the tattoo. To me, that's not so surprising because older people in Korea, older people in Asia have this negative connotation and they still hold that and they still haven't gotten over that. And in fact, that happens not only in Korea, but that's pretty much across the boards from what I've heard in Japan, though heaven forbid I haven't been to a bathhouse in Japan, so I don't know for sure. And I've also actually read an article about Margaret Cho, the American comedian.
I've heard that too.
Who got kicked out of a bathhouse in LA.
Koreatown, LA, I think.
Koreatown, LA. She got discriminated against because she's got a full body piece.
I feel for Margaret Cho, and she's a Korean American. She's very American. I was actually watching a video of hers last night, as a matter of fact, and she was explaining how people just don't think that she's Asian enough, even though she's really an American, you know, I mean Korean American, like I'm Italian American, you know, but you're identified more as a Korean towards Korea if you're Korean American, even though she's born, raised in America, she's an American, legit.
So you gonna get any more tattoos?
I am, I'd like to, I just need a design. Can you help me out with that?
I'll try. Are you telling them to help?
No, not you.
So that's it for today's Life in Korea.
Yeah, we did a bit more research on this topic and put it into the blog post, so click this link right here if you'd like to find out more about tattoos, and there's some useful links if you're looking to get a tattoo in Korea or if you're just thinking about coming here. Also, you have a question for us, we'd like to try and answer it for you. Drop a note in the YouTube comments or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/HallyuBack, or in the comments section on our blog, HallyuBack.com.
And like this video. Give it a big thumbs up! And subscribe, you guys, for Asian drama and Life in Korea videos.
That's it for today's Life in Korea. Experience it!
I want to do it with this arm, because I'm like, yeah. I can finally show off my tattoo again, because it's summertime.
Right, right.
Phew!
You gonna get another one?
Totally.
Are you?
Head to toe.
In Korea?
Actually, I want to get a back piece in Korea.
It's gonna be expensive, don't you think?
Totally.
You look pretty. You gonna stand with your left foot forward like that?
It's old singing habit.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hey guys, I'm Steph.
And I'm Richard.